Hi, this is TJR. This video is a follow-up to the video Stairway to Heaven versus Taurus, which I posted a few months ago. First of all, I wanted to say thanks to everyone who watched and commented. It's been great reading everyone's opinions and thoughts on this. One thing that has been interesting has been the vast array of differing opinions on this matter. Now, I found there were just as many people who felt that my video proved that Led Zeppelin were crooks and stole Stairway to Heaven, as there were those who felt that my video proved that they were not crooks and that any claims to theft were baseless. What's interesting about this is that in the video, I never gave my opinion. I just demonstrated the musical differences and similarities between the two songs. So it does kind of prove to me how much people read their own beliefs into evidence that is presented to them without any accompanying opinion as context. So I feel right now that I want to give my opinion on this matter. And in my opinion, there is no way that Jimmy Page could not have lifted the opening to Stairway to Heaven from the song Taurus by Spirit. Led Zeppelin toured with Spirit, and Spirit played that song as part of their set list during that tour. This was all before Led Zeppelin recorded Stairway to Heaven. And if you listen carefully, the recording production to the intro to Stairway to Heaven, which is the song's main riff, also sounds tonally very similar to the production used on the same passage on Taurus, which is another reason why so many people feel just blown away when they hear the tracks, for the first time, when they hear the Taurus track for the first time. Now, there are lots of videos on the internet doing what I call A to B comparisons, back-to-back comparisons between the songs that Zeppelin recorded and the songs that they allegedly stole. Some of these allegations have merit, and some of them are just pure hyperbole. Now, when you have multiple allegations about this sort of thing, you can't make blanket statements. You have to look at each allegation individually. As an example, I don't believe Led Zeppelin stole Communication Breakdown from Eddie Cochran's Nervous Breakdown. The use of the word breakdown in the title and some similarities in the chord progression does not constitute plagiarism. The songs are melodically and lyrically too different from each other. Now, when Led Zeppelin recorded Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, they were inspired by Joan Baez's cover of the same song, which is the recording being used by the internet and all the video illustrations claiming plagiarism. Baez's cover incorrectly listed the song as being in the public domain. She credited the song in her album credits as traditional arranged by Joan Baez. So Page thought he was just covering a public domain song that Joan Baez had covered. And so on the album's credits for Zeppelin 1, he listed the song as traditional arranged by Page and Plant. Now, Ann Brudden, who wrote the song, was not even aware that her song had been covered until the 80s. Once she knew, she exercised her copyright, had her name reinstated into the album credits, and received monetary compensation. And in this case, there was no intentional theft. Now, Zeppelin did directly lift lyrics from the Muddy Waters song You Need Love for a Whole Lot of Love. And if you listen to the bonus CD for Zeppelin 2, you hear Robert Plant singing You Need Love as opposed to Whole Lot of Love in the chorus. This is on the early mix of that song. It's clear that they felt they needed to at least change the chorus. But it was still too similar, and Muddy Waters did defend his copyright, and they settled out of court. Now, Jimmy Page did outright steal Dazed and Confused from Jake Holmes. The Yardbirds covered the Jake Holmes version of this song while Page was in the band. Page took the song with him when he formed Zeppelin, and Robert Plant rewrote the lyrics. But it is melodically the same song. Now, because of this, a lot of people on the internet take the opinion that Led Zeppelin stole everything, that there was nothing original about them. And I feel this is a gross exaggeration. Led Zeppelin did not steal everything. Led Zeppelin has produced an impressive body of work that will never be matched. They've had a huge influence on popular music. But there are a handful of their songs that need to have the writing credits amended, and monetary reparations need to be made. And in some cases, this has already been done. Now, others take the opinion that it doesn't matter if Led Zeppelin stole anything because they improved on what they stole. In the case of Jake Holmes, I have even heard others say that we wouldn't even be talking about Jake Holmes if Jimmy Page hadn't stolen Dazed and Confused from him. It's as if Jake Holmes should be grateful that Jimmy Page robbed him because now he's famous for it. Well, first of all, better is subjective. Many people feel the Beatles improved on the song Twist and Shout when they covered it, but they still properly credited the original songwriters and paid the appropriate license royalties. Now, I should also add that how much attention you have brought to something you stole still doesn't make it right to steal it. Led Zeppelin's rendition of Dazed and Confused, their cover of it, would not exist if Jake Holmes hadn't written and recorded the song in the first place. End of story. Now, all of this bad emotion and all of this bad blood could be amended if Jimmy Page could come forward and say, yeah, I was young and stupid and I copied this. And I want to make up for it now. I want to apologize and amend the songwriting credits and make monetary reparations. But this will never happen now because Led Zeppelin sold their publishing and can no longer discuss this topic publicly. All legalities regarding these allegations are now between the plaintiffs and the publishing owners. And they've already settled as far as the Jake Holmes song is concerned. Now, I'm still a fan of Led Zeppelin, but I also support any artist's right to defend their copyright when they feel it has been violated. Adapting the musical work of another and changing it is fine, as Zeppelin has done on some of their recordings. But you must credit the original and share the royalties that your adaptation has created. This is what hip-hop artists are required to do anytime they sample the music of another artist, although many of them still don't do it until they get a call from a lawyer. Now, I still feel that Led Zeppelin recorded and created an impressive body of work, but I do believe that at least the legitimate allegations of plagiarism have tarnished their legacy, and that deliberately violating someone else's work, as Jimmy Page has done on a few occasions, is always wrong. And so I welcome and look forward to reading your comments on this and getting your feedback. And thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot. Bye.